everyone. This is Kapardi from KMIT Engineering College, Hyderabad. In this video, I'll be sharing my project and the progress I've done so far. My project is based on zero-day attack detection. To begin with, let me give you some background of our project. This is project DZD, which stands for Detective Zero Day, uh, which is a web application used to detect the zero-day attacks. The main objective of our project is to build an AI-based threat detection model to detect zero-day attacks. Uh, Let me give you some brief introduction to what zero-day attack is. Zero-day attack is type of cyber attack that exploits previous unknown software vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities are flaws in software hardware that are unknown to the vendor or the developer. In zero-day attacks, the attacker takes the advantage of these vulnerabilities before the software vendor or developer becomes aware of it. This can be used to execute a range of malicious activities such as stealing the data or inserting the virus, malware, or taking control over the system or the network. So to protect against zero-day attack, it is important to keep the software up to date. To detect these zero-day attacks, traditional antivirus cannot detect because it only detects already known attacks. So our machine learning model is able to detect these zero-day attacks. So our idea is to build a web application which detects the zero-day attack. We have used two machine learning models, one LSTM and isolation forest model, which will be discussed further in this presentation. Yeah. Our project involves multi-phase approach with collective research, data collection and pre-processing, ML models, front end, and integrating both of them. So in the first phase of the project, we have conducted analysis on the already existing research paper uh, to gain a better understanding on the problem that we are going to solve. In the second phase, we have collected the data and pre-processed it to ensure that it is suitable for our analysis. In the third phase, we built two machine learning models, an LSTM model and an isolation forest model, which help us to identify anonymous traffic networks. And these models were trained on our pre-processed data and were designed to identify the patterns and outliers in network traffic. In the fourth phase of the project, we have created a front end using React.js. This this allowed us to create a web application that could be used to monitor network traffic. We also deployed CSI Perimeter to collect the network traffic in real time. Finally, we have integrated both the front end and the back end of the project, and which also includes the deploying of the model. Uh, okay, we'll talk about why only our model. So we have used LSTM, which is a type of RNN. Uh, we choose to work with LSTM over any other model because it has the capability of capturing the long-term dependencies in sequential data by using or creating a memory reserve. That is, it can store the previous experiences. It can remember the previous experiences. And in the second model, we have used isolation forest because of its high accuracy, high performance, and ability to handle the high dimensional data. To start with, we need to collect data sets that allow us to train and test our machine learning models. We choose to work with CIC IDS 2017 dataset. Once we have collected the data, we have done data pre-processing, which, which is the most important phase of any machine learning project. So in data pre-processing, we have done explorative data analysis and feature extraction. EDA, it involves data, identifying the outliers or missing values, and looking for patterns and trends in the data. Uh, we also perform feature extraction. This involves selecting the most relevant features from the data and transforming them into the form that could be used by our models. Overall, data preprocessing is a crucial part of our machine learning models. Uh, by performing EDA and feature extraction, we were able to gain insights into the data set, identify potential issues, and transform them into the format that could be used by our models. This allowed us to move on to the next phase of the project with confidence, knowing that we have a solid foundation to build our web application. So we'll just so yeah. Initially, we will be collecting network logs from the user. We will ask them to use CSA flow meter, and that logs will be sent to the trained LSTM model. This model will tell us whether it is a malicious or the benign. If it is a benign, we will send them a safe message, or if it is a malicious one, we will send it to the next machine learning model, that is isolation forest model, to check whether it to detect the type of attack. If the attack is detected, then we will be mentioning the type of attack, and we also mention the preventive measures that are needed to be taken. And if it is an unknown attack, then we will be classifying it as a zero-day attack. So, to talk about the technologies that for some of the most innovative and existing software projects being developed today, especially I want to discuss about the front-end React and CSS, and the powerful backend technologies of FastAPI, TensorFlow, and Python. Let's talk about React and CSS. React is a popular JavaScript library used for building user interfaces, while CSS is a styling language that is used to make choice of interface look great. Together, React and CSS enables developers to create a web application that both visually stunning and highly functional. Now let's turn on our attention to the powerful backend technologies, FastAPI, TensorFlow, and Python. Uh, FastAPI is a modern web framework for building APIs with Python, which allows developers to build web applications. Uh, then TensorFlow is an open source machine learning framework that is used to build and train machine learning models. Python is a programming language that is widely used for the development of web applications. So front-end code of our web application written in React.js. Here we'll be collecting the file from the user, and we'll be sending it to the backend of our model. And this is the backend. Here are the trained models. These models will, try to work on the collected file, and it will be classifying whether it is an attack or a safe one. If it is an attack, we will be again classifying it as a zero-day or a known attack. If it is a known attack, we have also linked the GPT response using OpenAI, and the response that will be given from the chat GPT. So let's take a quick overview of how our model web application look like. Yeah, we have not done any pretty much work on styling, so we will be doing it in future. But yeah, we will ask the user to choose the file which has .csv extension. When he clicks on check, our backend will be working over it, and it will be detecting the attack. And once it detects the attack, it will be providing here the result is malicious, and we are also providing the non-malicious samples and malicious samples. We are also mentioning the type of attack and giving more information about the attack so that user will be getting knowledge about this attack, and we will also provide some preventive measures that are needed to be taken. And yeah, in conclusion, I'm very excited about the progress I've made so far. There is still a lot of work that is needed to be done, but I'm confident that I will be able to achieve my goals. Thank you for watching. I hope this video is more informative. Thank you.